conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. These rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Makes the grab. Across the 25, he's got room. Oh, there's an alley on the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. We have a new #1 team in the nation this week. Guys, they've made it to the mountaintop, and usually that just means now everybody's shooting at you.
I think a lot of people are waiting to see is how they wear this #1, if they change it all moving forward. But, David, talking to their players this week, they were saying they knew they were the #1 team before the season even started. Everybody else is just figuring that out now.
Yeah, and you got to love the confidence of this squad and going out and earning that #1 ranking, but it's another thing completely to keep it and to continue to have that edge and that hunger. Let's see if they can do it.
And the Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. In the red area, it's Marshall. Finding some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, say it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. A full dive to haul that one in. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Here's a heat. Fires to the wideout. What a grab with one hand.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Motion from the wideout. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. On the delay, it's Marshall. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuffing the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Catch in the middle, it's Marsh.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, get in that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Here's Underwood. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The early scripts have work trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15.
He wants to go deep. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Buckeye! He got loose and it was lights out after that.
Making a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. Complete. There he goes. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get It's a rivalry that defines the sport. One that everyone points to when asked what makes a good or classic rivalry in college football. The Scarlet and Gray against the Maize and Blue. Two diametrically opposed programs who will meet again to continue a rivalry that has had everything from Heisman statements to pepper spray at midfield. The Old Horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Checking in with the Michigan head coach pregame. He understands everything is on the line in this rivalry matchup. He had a conversation with his team with the conference championship and the playoffs on the line. They have to keep their poise and composure. They can't let a rivalry game knock them off their path. We'll see how composed his team can play today. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Wolverines ready to kick it away first. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Running inside, it's Jackson. At the 35, he's open. Right down the gut of the field. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, it's Marshall. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They go to the wide receiver screen. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open spaces. He's at the 10, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Coming out with it, it's Cross. He was looking for a lot more on that one. Instead, he's out of bounds at the 14. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
That's the way to get it out of your own end. Takes it all the way up to the 25 before going out of bounds.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
The offense changing the play. Here's Sayin to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you could pick so many.
He'll off one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He's now up to 83 yards rushing in this one and well on his way to a 1,400-yard season. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. They'll try to run for it. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And, man, we've all experienced these rivalry games and how much fun they are. And this offense had a lot of fun a year ago, right? Like, they dominated this rivalry. They've been kind of hot coming in. And I really look forward to seeing this running back. Can he be physical? Because you know the anger, the animosity, all the stuff that comes with these rivalry games, you need your running back to set the tone and have a great game.
The Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Say it. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The run inside. It's Marshall. Open space at the 25. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Guys, top 5 matchup this late in the season. It feels like a de facto playoff game.
It is, man. This is the big showcase. Late in the season, you're proving to the committee exactly who you are, where you stand. I don't think it gets any better than these late season showdowns. A lot of time rivalries, too, Jesse. These are the best.
David, you're right. And both of these teams have been on a collision course all year long. We knew that this game was going to matter a lot, so you know the intensity is going to be off the charts.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
That's caught. It's Johnson. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions. And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. And they do it there.
Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Hauls it in. At the 20, he's got space. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
I love when offenses see defenses and read them. Nice job. Defenses sitting back on 3rd and long, playing soft coverage. Get the ball to your playmaker, let him do the rest. Nice job seeing it. Nice job executing by this offense.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Underwood to throw. Here's the pressure. And it's a sack.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. And into the end zone. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And remember, from this spot, they can get a 1st down without scoring a touchdown. Touchdown, Michigan! Fired in from the red zone for the score. The extra point here would tie the game.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. On the draw, it's Jackson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking deep down the right side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Saying. Got his man on the right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Entertaining 1st quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Play fake, Saying. Rushes on him. Complete to the left. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Looking for the end zone. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown! Buckeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Underwood. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. On the move at the 30. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the delay, it's Marshall. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like, they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to...
Makes the catch, and he's free. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback there, knowing where his answer is against the blitz. He finds his dump-off throw to the running back, and he does the rest, picking up the 1st.
Slithers into... Here's a little room there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. They were trying to set up the screen, and they almost threw the thing away. They're lucky it's 3rd down. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Blasted as he lets it go. He's brought... But not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knock that defense back, and they've got it down to the 34.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan! Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's cross. Rolling the dice and bringing it out of the end zone did not pay off. He's out of bounds at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Say it. They've got the screen set up. He's past the 30. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Now, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turned wide receiver. They get him the football.
There's a crease. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. And with that last carry, into triple digits, over 100 yards for the day.
And he's showing you power. He's showing you speed. He's showing you make you miss. He really is showing you he's a complete back. And by the way, it's still the first half.
Sends it downfield. It's a big stride inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Throwing, Underwood. Oh, they're after him. Back open in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
The Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. 30 short, they've got them back up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Intercepted, the defense has set him up. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offense
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. That's 3 touchdowns in this game, and he's up to 11 on the season.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Bringing the heat. Got his man on the right. He smashes his way through again. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He's out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Pocket breaking down. He'll pull it down. Still on his feet at the 35. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And they already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Buckeye! And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Pressure coming, and down he goes.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. He'll be stopped for no gain, and we're not far away from that whistle blowing to end festivities here in the first half. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And the Wolverines decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Quarterback adjusting the pattern.
Booster! Rock! Go!
Throwing, say it. He hurls one deep down the left side. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to add another. Oh, do you just hate to see it? Blew the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They go to the ground. Turning it on. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with Kent State taking on the Eastern Michigan Eagles.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard.
And it's the Golden Flashes, able to pull off the upset in this one, but by the narrowest of margins.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Makes it past the marker. He's loose on the right at the 30.
That victory is a...
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. He's out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Excellent job by the kick coverage unit to keep him from getting the sideline. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Here's Sayin to throw. Makes the grab. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Back to throw, it's Sayin. They're working that left side. They finally get to him, and what a play there to pick up the first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Running inside, it's Jackson. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Sayin. Under fire. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It is plays like that that'll let you pile up some serious passing yards.
Man, what an effort. I mean, the layout to be able to catch the football, keep it off the ground. Nice job by this receiver, and that's why this quarterback's had a day. Guys making plays all over the field.
He breaks a tackle. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Back to pass. Got it. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Quarterback keeper. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
And you could tell that the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand. And more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but into the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a fourth quarter game.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
So here comes the Michigan offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Breaks into the open. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Here's Underwood to throw. Quick completion on the out. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him.
There's some room. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Man, he has been the definition of consistent all year long. You talk about building a team. You get a guy like this that you can hand the football, and he makes play after play after play. That's why he's #2 in college football in rushing, and that's why he's in the Heisman Trophy picture. A running back in the Heisman Trophy picture. It's kind of been a dying element. This guy's very much in the race.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here comes the heat. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Makes the grab. Still on his feet. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Underwood throws to the wideout. This one's complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines!
We're in the second half of this game. You're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's #2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pit.
He lofts one down the sideline. Snags it on the right. And the plus territory, they stop him at the 46, and now this offense can really attack. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye! What a grab in the end zone for 6. Ohio State is dotting Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. On the draw, it's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Fires the pass. Intercepted.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Offense working from the pistol. Using his legs, it's Jackson. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. Based on what we've seen, if you like offense, this is the game for you, and we've got a big 4th period waiting. Sayin. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this offense has been having its way all day long with this defense, but finally the defense creates a negative play. Let's see if that now gives them a little more confidence to get back in this game.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Lofts one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Sayin. Under fire. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Rolls it in. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
So now it's 2nd and long. Running the option. It's Sayin, but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked...
Snags it, and he's open. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Right back to the well. Maybe some room here. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They've put a drive together, 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Touchdown, Ohio State! Fitted in the window for the score. They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And they're able to make the tackle.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. One more play to pad the stats. They'll give it to the back. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 40. The 20. Inside the 10. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and that's just a little window dressing as this game is over.
Ohio State 69, Michigan 50.
The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.